Most people use ChatGPT like a new intern. You give it a task, it does the job, but the moment you open a new chat session, its memory is completely wiped. You're starting from zero context every single time. We can change that. Over the next 6 minutes, we're going to build a personalized 5-part AI operating system that turns a generic text box into a proactive assistant. To follow this setup, you'll need a ChatGPT Plus or Pro subscription and the mobile app installed on your phone for voice input. This shift moves the AI from a tool you have to babysit into a persistent brain that works in the background while you focus on higher-level strategy. Step 1 is the clone. Usually, you have to explain your background and goals over and over. This upgrade gives the AI a persistent memory of your specific professional context. We use the ESP Framework. E stands for extract. Open voice mode on the mobile app and tell the AI to interview you. Spend 20 minutes talking about your strategy, your tone, and your frequent blind spots. Don't self-edit, just capture the raw data of how you work. S stands for synthesize. Upload that transcript to the desktop app and ask ChatGPT to organize it into a structured summary of your thinking process and professional identity. P is for projects. Paste that summary into your custom instructions. This is also where you set your formatting preferences, like telling the AI to always use tables instead of long blocks of text. To keep things organized, isolate different domains. Create separate projects for things like consulting, health, or creative work, and upload relevant PDFs to each one so the data doesn't get mixed up. These instructions turn a temporary chat into a persistent brain. The AI now starts every session with your history and goals already loaded into its memory. Step 2 is the swarm. In ancient Indian mythology, the goddess Durga manifested 8 arms to fight 8 battles in parallel. To clear your own modern bottlenecks, you need that same parallel processing. Stop issuing tasks one by one. Use agent mode to dispatch a swarm for bulk work. You can tell it to find 500 leads, verify their emails, and rank them by revenue while you go do something else. You can also use the AI as your eyes. Upload a photo of a whiteboard sketch or a complex dashboard. Ask it to analyze the image and tell you the single most important move you can make to fix the problem. For research, drag and drop hundreds of pages of technical documentation. The AI can analyze these dense files in minutes, replacing the work that used to take an analyst weeks to complete. By treating the AI as a multimodal swarm, your output is no longer gated by how fast you can type. Step 3 is the devil's advocate. Because of the IKEA effect, we tend to fall in love with our own ideas. This makes us great at spotting flaws in others, but almost incapable of seeing them in ourselves. Since ChatGPT is programmed to be helpful and agreeable, it won't challenge you unless you force it to break that people-pleaser programming. Use magic triggers to invite conflict. Instead of asking for feedback, tell the AI to audit this using first principles, or act as my fiercest competitor. You can even use shadowboxing. Tell the AI to simulate a debate between a skeptical investor and a visionary designer. Let them fight over your proposal so you can see the weak points before you're in a high-stakes meeting. Using the AI as an adversarial checker is the most direct way to puncture the bubble of ego that often surrounds successful projects. Step 4 is the neural link. Max Planck's chauffeur once memorized Planck's entire Nobel-winning speech and gave it himself. But he couldn't answer a single technical question at the end. He had fluency without a foundation. To avoid being like that chauffeur, we used the Progressive Professor Framework. It's based on Richard Feynman's principle that you only truly understand something if you can explain it simply. Instruct the AI to explain a complex topic in 3 specific tiers. Start by asking for an explanation for a 5-year-old to get the core concept. Second, move to a 15-year-old level, where the AI introduces logic and practical examples to build on that core. Finally, ask for the explanation at a college level to learn the underlying theory and technical nuances. Moving through this hierarchy allows you to grasp foundational concepts in minutes. You're stripping away the fluff to make the theory click instantly in your brain. The final step is the executive coach. 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius used a blank scroll to write down his anxieties and advice to himself. He was the most powerful man in Rome, yet he used this method to process his decisions in total isolation. You can mirror this with the vomit mirror technique.
When you're overwhelmed, open voice mode and rant for 5 minutes about everything stressing you out.
Once you're done, tell the AI to organize that mess into 3 lists: problems you can solve today, things you need to delegate, and noise you should ignore. Managing multiple AI strategies takes significant mental energy. This digital coach provides a neutral space to offload that internal noise, helping you make decisions based on logic rather than momentary stress. With these 5 upgrades, you have a persistent clone, a visual swarm, an internal challenger, a tutor, and a coach. In finance, an edge like this is called alpha, but eventually everyone finds the same tools. These technical AI skills will eventually become a commodity that everyone uses. When that happens, your lasting edge shifts to the human element. One CEO was once told that the E in his title also stands for emotions, meaning his job was to manage the feelings and connections of his people. AI is here to handle the robotic labor. This gives us permission to return to our essential nature, focusing on compassion, connection, and the human dynamics that no machine can replicate. To get started, you can download the prompt cheat sheet in the description below.